Things are getting
Oh,
worse
and by the
and
way,
worse.
I know you're worried, but you should give Magister Vodon some time.
Time? To do what? Make Hugo feel even worse?
He's conducting tests, but he knows what he's doing. He's the most competent in his domain.
Oh, enough of that! He's been treating my brother like an animal! No.
Amicia
We
is
need
not
another
wrong.
solution. Like this island Hugo dreams of.
A dream. What can we do with a dream, Amicia?
Just keep caring about him, please.
I care, but it's not enough anymore.
This is a conflict we did not really have in the previous game. This is a very typical conflict that I've seen elsewhere though, where you have emotions mixed up with scientific research like this. Like the fact that you can have two different perspectives where somebody feels that something else is more correct because that's humane, you know? That's what they feel is morally like correct for some person, you know? That is the reason as to why like pseudoscience and like natural like healing like ointments and herbs for like diseases were even used in the first place, because people felt, both because of lack of research or scientific research, but also because of their like traditions and their beliefs, they felt that they made somebody else feel better, you know, because it's like sacred almost, you know, and it just felt right, you know, morally. But in here, like when Amicia has this feeling, like, I mean, she's just being human, okay? It is totally normal. But like, oh yeah, I need to say something about this wheat field also compared to the previous game, but anyway, but like, you know, if she does not give Vodin enough space to actually like do what he knows or he thinks is best for Hugo, because the thing is also here that Amicia knows Hugo as a person, of course. He knows, or she knows, what seems best for Hugo from her own like pragmatic experience dealing with Hugo's disease throughout her life so far to this point, at least, you know, for the past year in the previous game's timeline and this game's timeline. But Vodin knows what he should, according to his doctrine and his decades and centuries of research that they have very likely in from the Justinian plague area, and even probably before that when the bubonic plague first started appearing, in combination with the different macula, like primal macula disease carriers, that he knows from those experiences what is written down, what he should do with those people, you know, the carriers. So we have a conflict here of where somebody like knows the person and thinks what is best for them because of their own pragmatic experience living with that person's condition. And then there is the person who thinks is best for them because of scientifically like somewhat proven research or pseudoscience that has been, you know, brought down like one century to the next, you know, passed down from generation to generation, right? Anyway, one other thing, I was wondering as to why I never tried to burn enemies in the previous game. You know what the reason for that is? Like, I was making the past broadcast highlights last time, and I was like, why am I not trying to burn? And why did I not try to burn the guards in the previous game whenever there's wheat fields like this, when we had the, like Lumina, like alchemy, like grenade that we eventually get, that Lucas teaches us like much later in the game, like before we get to the Chateau d'Ombrage area, you know? I went through the highlights when I was obviously uploading them, and not in single one of them, after the section where he teaches you how to make that one alchemical like grenade that sets things on fire, there is not a single section with guards after that point of the game where there is something grassy or something wheaty like this that you can burn. Not a single one. So that is the reason as to why I never had the epiphany to try to burn the guards because of that. So I do have to say that I don't think I ever really like threw one of those luminas on guards either, so I didn't like thief just throwing the grenade only on them would, you know, burn them. Or I guess it's not really a grenade, there's like a, I mean, incendiary grenade, I guess we can call it like that from like a modern standpoint, you know. But that's the reason as to why I never tried that. Because I was confused when I was making the highlights, and I was like, it's extremely like natural to just go ahead and just try to burn one of the guards for fun. Why did I not try to do that in the first game? Well, that's fucking why. There simply is not patches of wheats like this, you know? Or grain. It's just... so disappointing. It is so disappointing that there isn't. And I only noticed it when I went into this game. Because before that, I had no reason to, like, really think about it. But in this game, because you're able to do it this early in the game, like in the section I played last time, like, it just came to me, like, naturally, you know, just like that. This makes you wonder.